Arya. Thanks for sending your question. There are a couple ways to approach factoring this expression here. I think the most straightforward way is going to be to use the quadratic equation. So the quadratic equation is written over here on the right-hand side. It's going to give us the x value that makes this equation equal to 0. And it's negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So we need to know what a, b, and c are. And a, b, and c are the coefficients and the constants in our equation. So a is the number in front of x squared. B is the number in front of x. Note that this has a negative. And c is the no x term. That also has a negative. Let's go ahead and plug these numbers into this equation and see what we get. So x is equal to negative b, which would be 3, plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c all over 2 times a. Simplifying, we get that x is equal to 3 plus or minus the square root of 9 minus 4 times 7 times negative 10 will be negative 280. All over 14. Let's go ahead and simplify one more time so that we get 3 plus or minus the square root of 289, since our negatives will cancel each other there, over 14. And oh no, one more time. Okay, so it becomes 3 plus or minus 289 is actually 17 squared. So the square root of 289 would of course be 17. And that's going to be over 14. So this will give us our two values for x. Our first x value is going to be x is equal to 3 plus 17 over 14. That will give us 20 over 14, or 10 over 3. Our second x value will be 3 minus 17 over 14, which will give us negative 14 over 14, which will give us negative 1. Now that we've solved the equation, we can put it back in the factor. We are going to go ahead and use the opposite sign as the solutions that we got. So this is going to be x minus 10 thirds times x plus 1 is equal to 0. And that's your final factored form for this equation. Thanks for sending your question, Arya, and I look forward to answering more of your questions using SnapMath in the future.